A whole generation of women in their 50s is quietly closing the door on dating. This isn't about grand announcements or viral trends. It is a deliberate choice made for their own well-being and nervous systems. A massive demographic shift is happening in plain sight. Research shows nearly 1 in 3 adults aged 40 to 54 live without a partner, and many of those are not looking to start. They aren't waiting to heal, they are simply done. Society often misdiagnoses this as bitterness or fear. The reality is psychological preservation. It feels like putting down a weight they didn't realize they were carrying, stopping a machine that stopped working long ago. Raised with latchkey independence, this generation learned that self-sufficiency was their primary safety. Ironically, they were the most romantically active as teenagers. Today, opening up requires overriding a deeply ingrained neurological pattern of hyperindependence. Many have accumulated significant allostatic load, the wear and tear of carrying tiny, constant stresses for decades. Managing work, family, and emotional labor while suppressing their own needs eventually takes its toll on the entire system. Marital satisfaction is lowest among Gen X, with women initiating the majority of divorces. Often, the end of the marriage wasn't a sudden trauma, but the culmination of years spent begging for help, while slowly draining their internal reserves. When friends suggest re-entering the dating pool, the nervous system instantly calculates the cost. Starting over means repeating the labor of performing emotional availability for strangers. It is not pessimism. It is a body refusing to sign a new contract. In the digital age, decision fatigue is real. Every swipe is a micro-decision that drains mental energy. Most Gen X users report burnout, not because of rejection, but because they cannot find the genuine connection they seek. For Gen X who learned connection through physical eye contact, dating apps can feel dehumanizing. They are essentially being treated like a product in a listing, which contrasts sharply with digital natives who speak the language of algorithms. Dating apps demand a performance of impossible contradictions. Be attractive but not desperate, open but not needy. For those with established hyper-independence, maintaining this theatrical performance feels physically impossible. There is a fork in the road between wisdom and avoidance. Stepping away can be an act of self-knowledge, refusing to repeat old patterns. However, if it's a trauma response, solitude can become a shield that prevents growth. The Peace Audit is a framework to distinguish healthy relief from resignation. It asks, does your path have active texture? Are you building a life you enjoy? And are you misinterpreting closeness as a threat? Using Bayesian reasoning, the brain updates beliefs based on evidence. For many, the return on investment in relationships has historically been negative. After enough cycles, the brain accurately recognizes that the cost is simply too high. Women making a true peace pivot are not lonely. They are occupied. They are finally sleeping through the night, rebuilding neglected friendships, and rediscovering hobbies they set aside years ago for the sake of others. She didn't fail at love. She graduated from a version of it that was costing her everything. Choosing peace over constant performance is not an ending. It is the very first day of her real life.